Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my 10 HP Heroes double XP weekend gains. This is episode 12 of the series and I'm getting those buyables to 98. I would have got them to 99, but my first 99 so far with the straw poll as it's looking is going to be divination, and I didn't want to train divination on double XP weekend, so if I got all my skills to 98, they were ready to get to 99 after I had divination done. So I just tried to get as many buyables out of the way as possible during double XP weekend with a couple of other skills added in there that will help me in the future. So let's get into the video. Before double XP weekend hit, I just trained some divination in preparation for getting it to 99. I managed to get it to 88 and the cash buff helps so much. Dunking the memories in nearly instantly is always such a good feeling. I was always doing caches on the third hour to get that buff. I also did a Dungeoneering daily that I got because I'm always going to do the really good dailies that I get, and that got me to 70 Dungeoneering as well. Continuing my Jack of Trade runs since the last video, I got to 64 defense and 97 combat just from the Jack of Trade runs. This means I'm only 3 levels away from Pest Control High Boat for the 24th. Starting double XP weekend off straight away with super magic potions that I made all the unfinished potions for in advance for this double XP weekend. So I had tons of unfinished potions that I made myself in order to actually make money while making these. I managed to get on as soon as double XP weekend started, as I didn't have work until the Monday. So the only day I actually missed on this weekend was the Monday, as I was on most of the day Friday, Saturday and Sunday. After doing herb lore from 83 to 87, I thought I'd take a little break and discover the blueprints I had saved up. The really awesome thing about blueprints and double XP weekend is that blueprints give you experience at a flat rate, and the experience is increased by 50% on double XP. So I made sure that I didn't actually discover any of the blueprints I didn't need. The only blueprints I actually needed was the junk chance reduction, so they were the only ones I discovered, and this has been since around 40 invention. So I've just been saving them up over time and then ready to discover them all in double XP weekend. I managed to get 1,000,000 invention experience, which got me from level 74 all the way to 76 once I'd discovered everything. Luckily, I even had enough inspiration for every single one. Sometimes you just don't have enough inspiration at your level, so I'm really glad I had enough inspiration at the level I was to actually discover all of them. Really nice boost to experience, as I got an additional 333,000 experience just from it being double XP weekend. I wouldn't have even got 700k experience if it wasn't double XP. Going back to herb lore, I got 95 herb lore and then thought I should stop doing super magics and start doing prayer renewals instead. I sold my leftover unfinished potions for so much more than what they should have sold for. They should have sold for 69 million at mid price, and I managed to sell them for 83 million. Got so much more out of the unfinished potions that I had left over than I thought I would have, so that's really awesome. Managed to boost my cash sack a little bit by doing that, and now I'm just going to buy super renewals and sell the super magics that I actually made. Remember to decant the super magics in different doses and check the prices per dose for each different decant, as typically it's not always the 3 dose ones that sell the best. In my case, the 2 dose ones actually sold the best. Then it was time for my second farm run of double XP weekend, and I got to 88 farming from that one. Always a really nice boost to farming when your trees can give you twice as much experience. And of course, you guessed it, it was back to herb lore after my farm run, all the way to 98.5 herb lore before I stopped with the amount of ingredients for prayer renewals that I bought. Prayer renewals were really good on the weekend because the scroll would save you so much money when it did save one of those mushrooms, and when it made a second potion it also gave you so much extra money. If you decanted the potions into 4 doses, people were buying them for Holy Overload, so they sold really well. And especially when my Flash Powder Factory outfit propped to 4 dose anyway, made even more money. I actually profited making prayer renewals over this weekend. I converted all of my proteins into protein hides, so I had over 1,000 protein hides to use to get me some nice crafting gains. I also had a couple of untradeable Silverhawk downs which I used to get 75 agility, as I got the Silverhawk boots from the advent calendar, so that came in nice and handy as well. Obviously, I'm not going to waste money on Silverhawks at such a low level, as it will be way too expensive even on double XP weekend. These hides got me to 85 crafting for free. I honestly think protein hides are by far the best protein item efficiency wise, as it saves you the most GP out of all of them and gives you some really good XP. After the protein hides, I wanted to get 98 cooking during double XP weekend, as it will save me a lot of money, as I don't actually have cooking gauntlets. Cooking rocked out is not 100% success rate at 94 plus for me, as I don't have those gauntlets. I tried to 2-tick cook, but it was way too laggy on the servers, and it was just as slow as doing cooking normally AFK, as there was so much delay from Jagex's end, which was kinda upsetting, as I couldn't get the fastest XP in cooking, but I still got a lot of XP AFK cooking anyway. I wanted to make sure I didn't burn too many rock tiles so I didn't lose out on tons and tons of money. It turns out I was burning around 4 per inventory, which isn't too bad. It's about 15% of the time. And I was happy to lose that money, as I was getting 10% procs anyway. So all in all, it wasn't that expensive, and it was an easy 98 to get during double XP weekend. As you can see, 98 cooking was achieved. I felt like it was a good idea to superheat some runite ore for some magic and smithing experience. I managed to go from 94 to 95 smithing and 90 to 92 magic, which also got me a combat level, and I got 98 combat from this, which is really useful moving forward. But it was really annoying doing superheating alongside fletching broad arrows on my main, as you didn't have much AFK time and it really cut into the superheating time. So I stopped superheating and looked for something else to do. I thought about doing agility during this double XP weekend a little bit in the empty throne room. If I could get to 82 agility, I could easily get it to 83 with the last of my fishing for 99. This would then mean I could do charming moths in the wilderness for charms, which would be absolutely amazing, and it would give me additional agility experience every hour. So I had to do the dig site quest, as that's the only requirement for the empty throne room. Once you have the level requirements, you get 800k base experience gained in a skill before you are capped on that skill. As it's base experience, it doesn't actually take into consideration any bonus experience or double XP weekend. This means with my bonus XP and double XP weekend, I could easily get to the level I wanted from level 75 due to the extra bonuses and not just being 800k. Completing the dig site was pretty easy and pretty quick. It took me about 20 minutes and gave me some mining and herb lore experience. Once you've done the dig site quest, you just go far east of the dig site to this door, go through the door, and you end up in the empty throne room. I AFK'd the empty throne room for a fair few hours, making sure to always ride the bike with the purple underneath to get maximum amount of experience, and I got to 82 agility and then stopped. I also had 4,000 of the Valentine's Day currency saved up, which I traded in for small reward boxes in order to get some more bonus experience and any other item that was going to help me with experience during this weekend. The next buyable I wanted to get out of the way was crafting, as it's super expensive. With the extra money I made from my unfinished potions and such, I thought I'd spend it on crafting, making sure to buy my scroll of dexterity to start it off in order to save a hide every time I make a shield. I got to 90 crafting pretty fast with Black Dragon Hide. Black Dragon Hide shields are just silly experience on double XP weekend. They're quite expensive, but they are just such great experience. As there's only a 10k buy limit on Black Dragon leather, I also bought 10k Red Dragon leather and made Red Dragon Hide shields after I'd done my 10,000 leathers in Black Dragon Hide shields. That then allowed me to have enough time in order to buy some more Black Dragon leather and get all the way to 98 crafting, which means I got another really expensive 98 down, which is really nice to see, and my account is starting to look very promising. All of those maple logs that I disassembled during the pest control spotlight definitely didn't go to waste. As I'd been doing a lot of divination, I had a lot of radiant energy saved up from training it. I used all of the radiant energy and some of my simple parts from maple logs in order to get loads and loads of divine charges for some extra money and experience during double XP weekend. Can't really complain with that. I managed to make 11.6 mil worth of divine charges just from my own energies that I had harvested. I did something on this account that I've never done on it before, and that was buy some keys. There was a promo for 50% more keys and I just couldn't resist on double XP weekend. I felt like it was definitely worth it, and only a small investment as it was only 200 keys. It cost £35 and got me lots of bonus experience in divination for when I train it, along with some skilling dummies, some pulse cores, lots and lots of proteins and things like that from the time to train promo. All in all, I wanted to take advantage of the really overpowered time to train promo with 50% extra keys. I did my Slayer dummies. I actually didn't get very many Slayer dummies at all. I only got 3 boxes, which was kind of disappointing, but what can you do? I did get a lot of awesome pieces of outfits. I got some botanist pieces, lots of the first age pieces, an agile helm, and some farming boots. The first age pieces will really help when I go for 99 prayer. They'll save a little bit of money there. And I also got tons of Silverhawk feathers that I'll probably save for the next double XP weekend. Not to mention nearly 3,000 protein logs, which was the big one. My Slayer dummies managed to get me to 65 Slayer. So it was time to try and fletch as many of the logs as I could, as it was getting super late on the Sunday and I had work in the morning, so I had to try and push myself as far as I could. I managed to get 93 fletching from around half of my logs, which took about 2 hours. It was 3:30 in the morning and I had to get up at 6:30, so I could only have 3 hours sleep, and I had a 10-hour work day ahead of me, so I had to call it quits and go to bed. When I got home from work on Monday, it felt good with the 2 times XP multiplier, just chilling in Runescape, getting some additional experience there. Gonna be here for a little while. As for gains over the weekend, I managed to get 2081 total level with 127.6 total experience. The experience gained over the weekend was 33 million as a total amount. I gained some levels in defense from my Jack of Trade runs and the keys that I got from the treasure hunter, which gave me 69 defense, and I'm 99 combat, which means a bit more superheating before the 24th, and I will be on that combat level 100 high boat for pest control. That's going to be absolutely amazing. As for other gains over the weekend, I got 1.4 million experience in magic and got to 92, 5.2 million experience in cooking and got to 98, I got 1.8 million in fletching and got to 93, 9.7 million experience in crafting and got to 98, I got 1.2 million experience and got to 95, smithing, 9.5 million experience in herblore and got to 98 again, 1.3 nearly 1.4 million experience in agility, got me to level 82, ready for those charming sprites after I've done a bit more fishing. I got up to 65 Slayer just from those Slayer dummies, which is pretty awesome. Doubled my XP in that skill. A bit of farming gains got me to 89 farming by the end of the weekend. And last but not least, I got 1 million invention experience from those blueprints. All in all, a really great weekend for my skiller. He gained so much experience and multiple 98s. He's starting to become quite high in most skills now. Definitely need to train that range soon though. But hey, pest control minigame coming up soon. I'm sure that range level will get a bit higher. Thanks for watching everyone. Hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did and subscribe if you're new for future content. The next double XP weekend gains video of my mains gains should be out tomorrow or the next day. My main got lots and lots of experience as well, and I met my goal of over 100 million experience, so that will be out soon in a video. Feel free to join my friends chat Maikeru if you fancy a chat in game. Goblin Slayers with a Z, my clan is open to everyone and anyone. Feel free to ask for an invite. Discord link is in the description if you fancy chatting on voice communications. And until next time, see ya.